What is going on, everybody, man? King Recon here, and I have returned from my adventure in Midgar. Now, it's not 100% returned because your boy is still divulging in the awesome sauce that is the Final Fantasy VII Remake, trying to get the Platinum Trophy and whatnot, but for right now, I'm back. I'm back and ready to go open like somewhere, and I'm so glad that I decided to put out that warning in the last chapter reaction. Because I know how things are, man. I know how things are with me when it comes to my favorite games, my favorite game franchises. Like when a Final Fantasy comes out, when a Metal Gear comes out, when a Zelda comes out, Kingdom Hearts, etc., stuff like that. I already know I'm gone for a couple days at least. You feel me? That's just the way that I am. I love to immerse myself in those experiences because they are so special and so rare whenever they do end up releasing, especially for this one. It was a remake of one of my favorite games of all time, a game that really influenced my love for stories growing up. The legendary Cloud Strife and his band of mercenaries, or let's just say his band of misfits and Avalanche and whatnot. And I wanted to really immerse myself within this game. And it did exactly that. It surpassed all of my expectations. And the 7 Remake, as it stands right now, is my favorite PlayStation 4 game. And it's due to a lot of factors with nostalgia and with all the new additions that they had. And I loved every single second of it, man. And right now, going through on the second playthrough, it's hitting even harder. You know what I'm saying? And it's that type of special experience for me. And I'm so glad that Square gave this the amount of time and effort and money that it deserved, because you can truly see the high production value behind it, and it's absolutely phenomenal. So I've been really loving the 7 Remake, and that's why I've been gone for as long as I've been gone. And I had a feeling, I knew it was coming, but I didn't know it was going to hit me as hard as it did, bro. I was like, holy flagnards. But I was like, you know what, man, whenever I do come back, I want to make sure that my level of hype for FF7 is down from like 1,000,000 to at the very least a 10, so that I can give some focus to the other things that I really enjoy. That brings me to today. Alright, because when I woke up this morning, I had a feeling, and I was like, you know what, I really want to sit down, turn on my PlayStation 4, and continue playing this magnificent game. But within the very core of my being, I was like, hold on. My heart started growing the straw hat. Like the straw hat came onto my soul, and it started sitting, started marinating for a little bit. And I was like, hold on, give me a sec. So I went on YouTube, and I watched the Hungry Days commercial. So I did. I was like, I'm gonna watch the Hungry Days commercial. Let's see. Watched the Hungry Days commercial, and I was like, it's over. It's over. I am coming on. I am coming back to the channel to react to the latest installment in the best-selling manga in history. And there's nothing stopping this train, baby, once it gets going. You want to know why? Because it is the one, the only, nearly the second best-selling comic of all time. It is One Piece. Dog, it's the GOAT. It's the GOAT. But I'll tell you, I watched that Hunger Days commercial, the 5-minute version that they have that goes through a lot of the process that they went through with all the animation frames and whatnot, and it's so beautiful, dog. I was like, you know what, we're back. We're back. I gotta know what happens now, son, because I had just been so out of the zone for everything that was Final Fantasy related that I just knew the moment that I got out of that Final Fantasy zone, there was no turning back. There was no turning back. So I clicked on something One Piece related for the first time in a while. I was like, nah. I gotta get back to the greatness. I have to get back to the greatness, man. So once again, I greatly do apologize for everyone who has been waiting for a long time, and for anybody that is new, because I have done this a lot, and I know that it's a selfish thing, but I can't help it, man. I can't help when one of my game franchises drops a banger. I can't help it, man, and I get immersed, and it tends to... No! Bro, Lola and Chiffon had the reunion on a cover page. I know that's something that we discussed in that Afterthoughts a couple weeks ago, but Volume 24, Lola and Chiffon, the sisters, are reunited. Dog! See, now this is a special moment, and the fact that they're having this in the cover page, this is something to me that's worthy of having like a filler type of episode dedicated to now. Because now this is something that, at the very least, the the audience that really cares about certain aspects of the One Piece story outside of just the main plot line, you know, a lot of like the side quests, as you may call it, and the side plots in the series, this is something that we have been waiting for quite some time, man. So the fact that we have Lola and Chiffon actually meeting up together within the cover page, this to me is that deserves an episode. You know, that deserves like an early One Piece, back whenever they used to animate the cover pages with like the Buggy stuff and the Kobe stuff back in the first 100 episodes. I think this deserves an episode in of itself now, just to have this moment, because if not, anime only is gonna miss out on this, man. Unless Oda plans on having them show up like later on in the story together, in which case then I guess you wouldn't necessarily need to have it as an anime episode. But regardless, speaking of the anime, man, I heard that it's going on break starting this week for quite some time. Now, first of all, 100%, man. You know, I'm glad that everybody there is going to be able to go home and is not going to be at risk, or at least at a higher risk than if they would if they were still producing the anime and whatnot. I'm definitely going to miss it, but let them spend time with their families, man. Let them stay at home while all this subsides, because I would rather have no One Piece for a while than have no One Piece ever. You know what I'm saying? Because if just in case like something bad were to happen to one of these individuals, and then for them just as human beings, like I wouldn't want them to be in harm's risk. But regardless, chapter 977, the party's off. The party's off. Hold on, coach. The party's off? Now listen, man. Based on where we're going, that can only indicate to one thing. The only party going down is the Fire Festival. So if you're telling me that Luffy shows up and just straight up squares up and tells him, son, the party's over. The party's over. Put away your beer kegs. Put away the lines. Put away the dancers. Put them all away. Because the party's over. You know, showing up like the cops. I mean, straight up. Stride, police, gang, one like swimwear. Because once the king steps up in there, wherever it is that he's going, whether it be in front of Onigashima, behind Onigashima, the side of Onigashima, on Onigashima, and Kaido feels his presence, the party's over. The party's over. From then on out, it's just straight up battlefield, dog. No question. The party's off. That's really exciting. But definitely, shout out to Chiffon and Lola reuniting this cover page, man. That is awesome sauce. Jinbe! And here we get this awesome panel with the way that Oda has been animating with the way that he's been drawing the water in this arc, you know, in that traditional Japanese, I forget the exact name of the painting, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, man. We were so worried about you, man. Sorry, but I know, right, Doc? I mean, seriously, I feel like Luffy speaking for all of us as individuals. Ever since Whole Cake Island, we were all extremely worried. We were like, sweet mother of Flagnars, man. We really hope that Big Mom didn't like take away this man's lifespan or cut him in half or give him like I thought Jinbe was gonna come back with like a massive scar, one arm missing on some Pedro stuff, but no, man, my boy came back as he should, man, because Jinbe is no pushover. That's a former Shichibukai ready to go in like swimwear, dog. You know what I'm saying? So a full more cap at that. Sorry about that. We got busy tending to the Sun Pirates wounded and having a big send-off. I can't believe we get a former warlord of the sea on our crew. You know what, bro? I mean, either, man. And it's something, you know, that's been built up for quite some time, honestly. I mean, I would dare say ever since Marineford and whatnot, but definitely since this. I mean, that's crew member energy, bro. You feel me? That's crew member energy. You know what I'm saying? So, regardless of whether he was going to end up joining the crew or becoming an ally, Jinbe was not going to leave the story, especially after Fishman Island. So now Fishman Island, to me, has even more weight behind it. Like, whenever I go back and reread that arc post knowing this and having this behind it, it's going to have an additional amount of weight knowing that is the arc that pushed Jinbe over the edge and really wanting to join the crew. I mean, of course, we know that he joined after Whole Cake, but I feel like the events at Fishman Island, especially after the events of Marineford, post-Marineford and whatnot, because I remember I saw a comment last week that said that the moment that they knew Jinbe would be a crew member was in the I Still Have My Nakama scene that Luffy has whenever he's beating himself up like Flagnar's, what am I going to do? And Jinbe's telling him, son, remember what you still have. Think about what you still have. What is important to you right now that's still here, son? You know, one of the most emotional moments in the entire series, especially with the way the anime handled that. And after that, you know, Luffy was able to come back into his senses thanks to Jinbe. And somebody in the comment section told me last week that is the moment that they knew that Jinbe was going to be a crew member. And son, if that is his moment of, like, you know, every Straw Hat has that moment. If in the future, in like a Fight Together, you know, opening 14, it shows all of their moments. If in Fight Together it shows that moment, the end of Fisherman Island, where he's giving his blood over, right, in the blood transfusion scene, and then the scene from the end of Whole Cake, those three scenes were good. You know what I'm saying? We're good, man. That's definitely 3 crew member incredible moment worthy scenes. You know, so I can definitely see that those 3 being, or at least one of those 3 being, the iconic scene that they utilize in those openings and whatnot. But anyways, what a morale boost. And then here we have an actual panel with every single one of the Straw Hats and Carrot. Now, according to what y'all have been telling me in the comment section, Carrot is also going to be a Straw Hat member, apparently the lookout of the crew. So, yeah, if that ends up being the case, then this is a panel of all of the Straw Hats. You know what I'm saying? And it just feels so great to see all of them. You know, the little small touches. You know, Usopp extremely excited right here. Zoro actually smiling. You know, Robo, Frankie. And it's really, really nice, man. You look at Chopper, dog, at the bottom right. He's with a small, he's just like, yo, Jinbe, my man. And you know that out of all of these individuals, you know, Jinbe, Nami, Carrot, Brook, and Luffy, because they were with them in Whole Cake, they damn sure were extremely worried about him because they know what they left behind. They know that they left Jinbe behind with Big Mom. You know what I'm saying? So for them, 100%. I mean, I know all of them were worried about him, but specifically for the Whole Cake crew, they must have been like flagners. And I hope my boy is great. Anyways, let's move over. You won't believe Jinbe's steering skills, Frankie. So we finally got a guy who can make full use of the Ship of Dreams, huh? You know, not only just full use. My guy was doing stuff within that ship that I was like, dog, what are we playing Need for Speed Underground, the Water Edition, or what are we doing? My man was steering that thing. I mean, I thought I was good at Mario Kart. You know what I'm saying? And I have been taking more L's than usual lately. And I thought I was a decent player. My man, Jinbe's a platinum Mario Kart player. You give him any racing game, any water skiing game, whatever. Anything with a steering wheel, and my boy is catching dubs. #1, platinum trophies all around. You know, that's just the thing. Like, what was that chapter? I think it was the chapter before Kara's transformation. Chapter 887, I think. It was 887, 86, somewhere on there. Whenever you had that chapter where he created that room within the massive tide that was coming down, and he managed to steer it within the tide itself, and it just made sense. Like, he took it and he was like, all right, I'm going to take it over here in order for us to get this speed boost so that we can get it within this, I forgot what they called it, but the room of something, and he got out of there. And I was like, all right, Jinbe, I mean, my boy obviously has knowledge in how to steer these things. Let my man do the steering. So that was great stuff. That was some awesome stuff, and truly worthy of being the person behind the wheel on the ship. He was surfing on the waves of the Sunny. It's good to be here with you. Shall we make a toast? Let's do it. You know, they're out here trying to make a toast, and the war hasn't even started. We don't have any alcohol on board. Actually, I smell booze. Zoro, you could smell booze from here all the way. I mean, you could be in the middle of Alabasta, or in the middle of the desert before you get to Alabasta, and you would still smell the booze from somewhere in, like, Water 7. You know what I'm saying? Like, somewhere mad far away. That's just the way my dude is. From where? Hey, Sir Luffy. And we see Lost Shipper behind him. Okay, Nimona, I want to be sure we know what we're doing on the island from over here. Liar! Forget it, Ken. It's a waste of time trying to set up a plan for them. And then here we have... Is that Sicilian? That is! Explain the plan. I would like to hear it too. In this battle, you are one of the vassals of Kazuki Oden, your grace. Leave the command of the minks under my care. Sicilian! Yes, I need your help. And it would be my humble honor. Look at my boy Hyogoro, the flower dog. It would be my humble honor to assume control over the Samurai Wano. That way you can relax and focus on your battle. That is a relief to hear, Boss Hyogoro. Then let's get to work. Indeed. I told you this ship isn't your garrison. Onigashima is an island surrounded by mountains. The only way in is through the front gate. That's not true. We were told that there was, I mean, I guess that's the only way that they know of, right? But we know that there's a backside, or like the side, I forgot it was on the right and the left, but it was the one where you take the little gondola, I forgot. See, it's been a while, man, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Whenever they said that you were able to take that, it's like the reverse mountain type of approach to Onigashima, and taking it from like the side. The large skull that looms over the island is part of the mountain range, and the castle is inside of it. According to the mansion plans we acquired, there is a rear gate around the back of the... Oh, okay, so that's where it is. There's a rear gate around the back of the castle. We will split the forces in two, taking both mountain paths on left and right, then infiltrate through the rear gate. So they're officially going in through the rear gate, and launch a surprise attack on Kaido as he is intoxicated from the feast. I see, and that was the plan you revealed in Kanjuro's presence to deceive him? So what is the real plan? I can't even... You just see his face like, real plan? Like, hold on, man, I know I got my fourth dimensional galactic brain, but dog, this sounds like a good plan. It sounds like a good plan, but just like every other One Piece plan, Kanjuro is just like the fans in stating, no matter what... I mean, not Kanjuro, flipping, mother of Flagnards. See, man, this is what happens whenever you spend 2 weeks playing Final Fantasy VII. Kyoshiro. Whenever you have Denjiro out here asking what the real plan is, because he's just like the fan base stating, sweet mother of Flagnards, every plan that's ever gone down in the series has gone wrong. Every single plan that has ever taken place within the confines of the One Piece universe has gone wrong. So what is the second plan here, Kanemon? Will this be the first plan that ever actually goes right? First of all, assuming the enemy is aware of the raid already. The ones they'll seek to crush are you Akazaya Samurai, plus the 3 captains, me, Strahd, and Eustace. That's a fact. You know, just based on Kaido and like the threat levels that he will have, just because he's already been in contact with these 3 individuals. And then, of course, with the Akazaya Samurai, because of the history there behind it. That is going to be the main focus of what's going on here. No matter what kind of plan you put together, I can think of approximately 2 idiots who will charge straight in regardless. Idiots? Those idiots will be a useful diversion, so we should send everyone down the side paths as originally planned. However, those soldiers are also a diversion. I mean, bro, how many... what kind of galactic brain level thinking is this? You know, it's like it's a deception on top of deception on top of deception. I mean, is this Metal Gear Solid or is this One Piece? But of course, we are prepared to fight in such a way that Kinemon's group can make it to the true decisive battle. But how will the Akazaya proceed then? There's just one way. The sea. If we take this submarine around the back, we can avoid the whirlpools that keep the ships at bay. And I can use my power to send you onto the island with doom, of course! Of course! I mean, utilizing the very best of his abilities. I mean, why not? Right? I mean, if you're going in that way, tell Luffy and Kid utilize their abilities as well. If Kid is able to send some kind of magnetic energy there, let my man build like some sort of magnetic bridge, you know, in order to safely get from a ship onto Onigashima. You feel me? I mean, I guess with Room, it is like the most silent way of going about these things, because with Room, simple snap, everything immediately shifts, and there's no like visible change to things that have happened, unless like he's changing with like a massive tree or something. But aside from that, if he's switching with like some sort of like pebbles or rocks, it becomes a very, very easy to actually execute upon this stealth mission. And that'd be most appreciated, Sir Law. But at the very least, I must be there to lead the troops. That is a good point. Then we should and have one of us for each path. I will take the other side of the mountains, use and the rest of the men. Got it, so the rest of us will be together and use our full strength against Kaido. Yo, man, that's gonna be crazy, dude. It's gonna be like one massive boss battle. Perfect, just as I planned it. We'll go with this strategy, just as he planned it. That's right, man, because Kinemon, that's the GOAT right there, son. Now, if I ever want to think of a strategy or some sort of plan to truly, succeed in any aspect of life or in anything I ever want to achieve, I'm going to go hit up Kinemon, because his brain is just several levels ahead of what us normal humans can possibly comprehend, man. I mean, that's just the way that it is. Well done, Kane. You're so thorough and thoughtful. We don't see the Strahd's ship. What happened in the Strahd? There's an explosion. An explosion in the mist. Was that Sir Luffy's voice? Curses! Curses? Yo, I feel like I haven't heard that in so long, dude. That's like a classic 90s cartoon thing. Curses! You know, like you're, what's his name from Powerpuff Girls, man? Mojo Jojo around these things. I didn't warn them about the guards at the Torii Gate. The Torii in front of the island is a small fortress. Many of their soldiers are busy having a party there during the fire festival. If they receive word about our raid, one of them will be sitting ducks. Sir Luffy! No, was that them? And let's turn over. Who is that? And you see Luffy smack the flagnards out of someone, dog. And you see Jinbe smack someone else. And you see... Yo, bro, my boys, straight up, said, dog, we're only doing one thing. We're only here to do one thing. I ain't here to come into the back. I ain't here to come into the sides. I want Kaido to know I'm here. Why? Because I'm the king. I'm the king. What are they going to do? Somebody sees me, they're getting whacked on sight. You know who I have? I got my whole crew with me for the first time since Dressrosa, dog. Ain't no one flexing on me, son. Ain't no one. And it's Luffy with the cape. Dude, my man straight up in front of the front gate. Luffy slaps. I mean, he goes up into like somewhere and smacks the ever-loving flagnards out of this Oni-looking dude. Jinbe goes in and hits this man with the swiftest palm strike you'll ever see. Oh, I mean... Oh! And you have Zoro. Straight up, not even using his 3 swords, using 2. Unless the third one is on his other head down there, but my boy's using 2. And he's like, wow! And like right here. And he smokes this dude on sight. The whole crew! You got Brook, he immediately fodderizes this dude. Robin stomps. I mean, he got to photo stomp, you know what I'm saying? He got to. And you see, yo, Sanji with the grace. My man's just smiling, cig in hand, and he's just sweet chin music, boy. Just, let's get it. And then you see Frankie send someone flying, and then even Usopp, Nami, and Chopper just, yeah, good job, guys. Yeah, y'all are doing great stuff. Y'all are doing awesome stuff. That is awesome sauce, dude. That was great. All right, well done, everybody. Looking good out there. I apologize about the cameraman thing. It's a nice start. And right here, we actually get to see a panel of them right in front of the Dragon Gate right here. Zonegashima's right behind it, dude. Because they don't care. Who's going to care? When you have the king of the pirates in your presence, you don't do anything. You are the last remaining entrant in the Royal Rumble. Go up and let's make as much noise as possible. Who cares? Eventually, you're going to have to come up against them anyway. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? What's with this Torii Gate? There's so many guns on it. If they aim all those cannons at us, we won't stand a chance. Yo, give me a second. I gotta go back and look at these panels, though. In Fishman Island, one of my favorite like panel sequences is whenever they would have like these back-to-back panels of all the Straw Hats utilizing and showcasing their moves non-stop in succession. I adored those panels, right? So just having this right here, like Luffy just destroying this Oni. You got Jinbe, Zoro, Brook, Robin, this Sanji kick is so graceful, dude. I mean, he had to have done this on purpose. He's just like, yo, I'm gonna pose for the camera. There's some photo out there. I'm gonna pose. And just kicks dude, and Frankie punches the dude so hard he sends him all the way back to the meteor. But this shot right here of Usopp, Nami, and Chopper trolling it, that's just... This is so... This is exactly what I wanted from a Straw Hat reunion, man. Let's get it, dude. Dude, look at my boy Luffy, dog. Oh, no, what page is this? Page 11. With the cape. Just sitting there, now holding the hat, dog, in his classic pose. Looking at the gate here. Is this dope spread? Yeah, it is. Hey, Kinemon. And then here you have Sanji flexing, just sitting on this dude's head. Is that a dude? Yeah, that dude is huge. Hey, Kinemon, we found the bad guys. You see Luffy just standing on top of this cannon. Hey, Mustard, where'd you find that? I told you these guys were drinking over here. What kind of sense of smell do you have? I'm telling you, bro, my man Zoro smelled that booze from back in the Flower Capital. And he was like, yo, that's why I'm heading to Onigashima. And he brings his keg all the way over here. Yo, you know what this panel right here reminds me of? This panel right here has some massive Rogers Crew energy from, I believe it was chapter 965. Whenever the chapter ended off with like Shanks, Kid Shanks eating the chocolate bar with Roger and Rayleigh and, you know, the rest of the crew that was there with them on the dope spread. Whenever whenever we saw like the devastation that they did into onto the crew that was there, and then just going up and like this is what this reminds me of right here. And it's so cool to see all of them together like this in just a single battle. Dude, it's great, fantastic. The Tory guards have been wiped out. This was the first big challenge we were going to face. All right, gang. Now that we've got mugs, let's raise a toast to Jinbe joining the. And he stops right there and it says, "We appreciate this, Sir Luffy. Your speedy charge has cleared the checkpoint for us to pass. All ships onward to Onigashima. The Stride crew is a good group to have on our side, but for now, speed is of the essence. Don't give the enemy time to prepare." Oh, snap on, I gotta make it a thing. "Forget it. Let's do it with them, the party that toasts everything. Once we beat Kaido, and Orochi and Big Mom and everyone. Let's win this fight, and then we'll have the biggest and best party yet." Facts! Dog, right after this battle takes place, and you take the fattest of all time, that is gonna be the biggest party ever. You wanna know why? Because that is gonna be the official party. It is gonna take them. Oh, man. I got a little emotional just saying that, dude. That is gonna be the party that is gonna signify the beginning of the end of the series. Because once they beat Kaido and Big Mom, and Luffy legitimately becomes an emperor, that's it. That's it, man. That's it, dude. The series from then on out, it's gonna change, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not really gonna change, but it's like we're gonna know that the end is in sight. Let's win this fight and then we'll have the biggest and best party yet. I love Luffy's confidence, man. You know, especially after getting one-shotted by Kaido and just knowing that his king energy is not going to allow him to back down even in the slightest. It's just still going to come right to the front door. Who gives a flying flag, Narns? You got a smiling Zoro. It's not just a smiling Zoro, a grinning Zoro. I mean, my man is hyped. He's hyped to finally get some action in. You got Frankie right here, too. He's also hyped. "You're on. I bet the booze will taste better than ever." "Move it, small fry." Is that kid? I knew it. "We're not letting anyone else take Kaido's head. Ain't that right, killer?" "Fwa, fwa, fwa. Yes. Fwa, fwa. I'll cut off your head and place it on our ship's prow." Bro, look at Kid's ship. I mean, that thing is just blazing through. "Fwa, fwa, fwa. That's right. You're gonna pay for turning our killer all cheery. Now we have to be one of those cheerful pirate crews. Stop it, fwa fwa fwa. Damn it, Jaggy, why's he having all the fun? Jinbe! Don't let Jaggy's ship get there first. You got it. Yo, it's so awesome, bro. Like Jinbe, man, make sure, put it up in like someone, put some nitrous in the gas, and get going, son. That's an awesome interaction right there, dude. I miss this, dog. Just having all the crew together, the interactions they would normally have with each other, like, man, dude. Flipping flag, nerds. Let's see Onigashima right here. Hey, don't you know, is that Orochi? That is Orochi, bro. There's only one man that has that silhouette. Hey, don't you know how to hold a barrel in your hands? That can't be Kaido. This is why I hate drinking with you guys. Closer, come closer. And then you have somebody going ham on the shamisen. The Tobi Roppo have arrived. The Tobi Roppo? We're about to see Drake? Hold on, coach. Hey, we don't have enough Oshiduko over here. Yo, so they are already partying and going up on like swimwear, dog. And we don't have enough Oshiduko over here. Please wait, sir. Big Mom wants plenty too. And get cooking, you idiot. Wait, hey, where is he? Sir, where is my son? Is that Kaido saying that? He should be making an appearance at a feast. I'll look for him. Is that Kaido saying where's his son? That hasn't been established in the series, has it? Hold on. Master Kaido, all 6 of the Tobi Roppo are present. Shall I bring them in? Good idea. Better introduce them to Lin. Where has she gone? Big Mom is busy changing into her kimono. Kimono, Big Mom. Watch out, coach. Hold on, yo. Wait. Where is he, sir? Where is my son? That's gotta be Kaido stating that, right? His son? Is this someone that we know? I'm interested now because you know, when it comes to Weeble, we really don't know who the father of Weevil truly is, right? And we know how deep that connection probably goes back to... I mean, we know how deep the storyline, the Anti-Weaving storyline is with, like, Blackbeard, Marco, and Whitebeard there in terms of Weevil, like, and whatnot. But is it a possibility that Weevil is Kaido's kid? Who the Flying Flanders is Kaido's kid? You know what I'm saying? Like, who in the Flying Flanders game could that possibly be? I feel like if Kaido had a child, and who is the mother? I mean, I know we used to play around all the time when in Whole Cake Island is saying, yo, Kaido's kid is this person, Kaido's kid is this person, you know, a Big Bar and whatnot. But you know, the fact that Kaido actually has a kid out there, and this is Kaido saying it. In the comment section, let me know. This is Kaido stating this, right? Because it is on the left side of this panel right here. And it looks like the bubble is going towards Kaido stating this. It's like, where is he, sir? Where is he? Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is Kaido saying this. So Kaido's son is going to make an appearance at the Fire Festival, which means in Onigashima. Now the question here is Kaido's son like a threat? Is he a legitimate threat to the Straw Hats? Or I should say, I shouldn't say to the Straw Hats, just the entire alliance in general. Like, does he have... I mean, I'm going to assume if he's the son of Kaido that he is relatively strong. But what about if Kaido's son is someone that's not even, like, that strong? You know, like, what if Kaido's son is someone, like, we have no, like, just is going to be way out of the ballpark, like some Marine, right? Can you imagine Kaido's son being a Marine? Or Kaido's son being a revolutionary? Like, we don't know. We don't know, but my question is, who is the mother? You know, bro, yeah, that's... The Tobi Roppo have arrived. Send them in. That's very interesting in terms of their feet. Like, you have one right here, like, like Oda's really emphasizing right here on the feet. And the feet and what they're wearing. Hold on, coach. This can only mean one thing. If Oda's showcasing and showing us their feet specifically, these, at the very least, someone else other than Drake has to be someone that we've seen before, right? Now, I don't know One Piece characters' feet like that, so I can't 100% tell you which foot belongs to who here, but I have a strong feeling, just based on how Oda writes, that one of these characters is definitely someone we've seen before. Definitely someone we've seen before. And if it's not, then I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I have a strong feeling one of these characters is definitely someone that we've seen before, bro. Like I said, I'm not familiar, because, you know, feet is usually the last thing someone looks at whenever you see, I mean, unless they're just rocking some really nice kicks. But in my case, like, usually, like, for certain characters, what they're rocking, in terms of, like, their suit or their clothes or whatever, is just normally the thing you remember, not really their feet, unless it's just something that's obvious, you know. But I can't really tell here, man. So somebody in the comments should let me know if these feet belong to anyone that we know, because now I'm actually very, very curious, man. Like, I'm very curious, because Oda would only do this unless... Because it's such a cool panel. It's such a cool panel of, like, just showing the bottom halves of their bodies, specifically with their kicks, and how different they are from each other. Like, you see a heel, you see... some shoes right here, then you see some sandals in the back, and then you see what I believe is Drake right there with, like, the long boots, and then in the back you also see, like, these flat-footed type of shoes, right, kind of looking like some dress shoes. But yo, this is very, very fascinating. It's because look, just the emphasis on the detail of the second half of their bodies, the Tobi Roppo. Bro, I still get over this Kaido son thing, dude. Like, who in the flying... I feel like I think this person has to be someone that we know. It's gonna be like knowing Oda and how his comedy works. It could end up being someone that we've seen before that we would have just been like, whoosh, you know what I'm saying? Like having no idea who in the world it could possibly be. Bro, I know this is out of this world. Like completely out of left field. No, never mind. That's not possible. That's not possible. I was gonna say, what about if it's Frankie? Because we know that Frankie's father, they said that he was a pirate and whatnot. We never really got to know who that is. But I feel like that they would have established, you know, some sort of connection there early on with the two. So I don't think it's gonna be Frankie. Just trying to think of other characters that like have some sort of connection to a pirate that they've stated in the series before, because Oda does nothing like this without having like showcased it in the past. So if it's not Weevil, it could very well end up being someone of like a could it be someone with like a mean mustache? I'm telling y'all, bro. I don't know. Like, I have a strong feeling that Kaido's son, because of the way that he worded it, it's like he knew this person was going to come to the Fire Festival. Which means that it's probably someone coming in from the outside who normally would not get in. Right? So with that being said, or I'm sorry, I shouldn't say normally not getting in, but it's someone who utilizes that back entryway in order to make it there because they know of it. Like maybe that was the whole reason why that thing was created, was for his son to be able to make it to these fire festivals. But then it just makes you think, like, if that back entryway, instead of just coming in through the front door, then this character might not necessarily have to be a pirate, right? It could be some... Now there's another mystery point, man. Now there's gonna be another Kaido as Meadows and Sabo situation from Dressrosa, where like every single character that we see, oh, that's Kaido, oh, that's Sabo. Now we're gonna, every single human being that we see from here on out, oh yeah, that's definitely Kaido's son. But that's gonna cost for some exciting stuff, man. Kaido's son, dude. Now see, this makes me want to go back and reread and look back. I mean, this foot panel makes me want to go back and see the feet of all the other characters we've seen in the series up until this point. Especially right now, since my mind is completely filled with Final Fantasy. I am drawing absolutely no connections to any of these feet. Any of these feet, dude. Like, my mind is completely filled with Cloud Strife and Tifa and Aerith and whatnot. So like my brain is there is no one that is coming up for these things except for Drake, of course, is one of these characters. But I really do wonder who Kaido's kid is, man. Kaido's kid is Foxy. Kaido's kid is Foxy. Dude, I'm telling you, with someone as OP as an ability as that, Kaido's kid might be Foxy. Because if Kaido's kid is Foxy, that would bring Foxy back into the story, and thus have one of the greatest characters in the entire series finally make the triumphant return, utilizing his slow beam. I'll take it, man. No beam? Foxy? Hey, there's a reason why in the David back fight, the threat level was so high, and Aokiji was introduced. Aokiji was watching over Kaido's son, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what he was doing. And if it's not Foxy, let's look down this line right here in terms of my volumes. I know we used to joke around a lot. Now I'm looking at volume 87. We used to joke around a lot, like I was saying before, on Whole Cake Island, of like Katakuri is Kaido's boy. But can you imagine that? Like it's actually Katakuri, or it's someone from Big Mom's crew, and Big Mom is the mother. I mean, we didn't even think about that. Or, actually, hold on. Let me look at the volume where Weevil was introduced. volume 80 right quick. Hold on, coach. Yo, listen to this line by Kizaru. So, Kizaru says, no matter what bloodline he's from, he possesses one very significant source of value to us. As a pirate, he's tremendously powerful. And specifically, Kizaru says no matter what bloodline he's from. Just like the real Whitebeard in his youth, at least in terms of his strength. They're all dummies, they don't understand. They all say the same thing. They say only the sons of Whitebeard was the Whitebeard pirate crew, but mama, I'm the son of Whitebeard, my hair's white. This very well could end up being Kaido's son, bro. One of the 7 rulers of the sea, self-styled Whitebeard Jr., Edward Weevil, former bounty, 480 million berries. And then right here with hold on, that's right, Sonny, the Whitebeard pirates, we were just plain family, the only son with Whitebeard. With the blood of Whitebeard, the strongest pirate in the world is you, and that makes me the woman Whitebeard loved. Now get it together, my treasure. Oh, that hurts, mama. Look at this. Is that a mirror? No, it's a picture of White. Is that a mirror? Yo, like, I'm telling you, it's very possible. It is very, very possible for this man to be Kaido's son, because I'm trying to think about, I mean, obviously that's something that that would have been foreshadowed in terms of not really knowing who the you know, what bloodline he's from, because obviously he's more than likely not Whitebeard's boy, so he had to have come from someone else. So if it truly is Kaido's son with this tremendous strength that he has, that would make sense. But at the same time, Oda could take the logical route, but he also could take the comedy route, which he usually takes his stuff and his plot twists, and really make it someone who we just do not expect in the slightest. And really either take the comedic route or take the surprise route and have it be like someone insane. Like I don't know, man, like I said before, a revolutionary, a marine or something, like just insane about that. But then it really makes you wonder, who in the Flying Flanders is the mother? You know, for like, seriously, when it comes to Kaido gang, dog, I mean, man. But aside from that, I guess I'll think about that more off camera. But let me just look back through this chapter real quick, because this chapter had a lot of awesome character interactions. I really loved a lot of these panels. You know, starting it off just with the awesome panel with all those Straw Hats finally together with Jinbe again was so dope. You know, Sicilian coming back up in like swimwear. We have Hyogoro giving his 100% consent into whatever is going to happen here. Galactic Brain Kinemon with Tenjiro. Actually getting to see the map, the recap map as they call it for Onigashima from the outside. Law trying to come up with some sort of plan, which immediately gets taken out because the Straw Hats go up in like swimwear. And these panels in succession were so great, with all the Straw Hats just poning all these dudes. Fantastic stuff. And then I can't get over this panel of Usopp, Nami, and Chopper just hiding in the background like flag darts. Oh man, great stuff. And this panel right here, I mean, just, you know, the energy right here is so goat, dude. With all of them just chilling on top of all of their beaten down bodies. So goated. And then that's whenever Luffy stops the celebrations, like, man, let's celebrate after we catch the W. You know what I'm saying? So that was fantastic. And then Kid coming around and Luffy telling Jinbe officially, he's like, man, I ain't losing the Kid, dog. Get your butt out there. Let's go up and like somewhere. Yo, I'm mad interested. I'm about to hit somebody up after this. After I turn off the camera and be like, yo, do we know these feet? I feel like we're supposed to know these feet, man. Like, just the way that Oda draws his content, I feel like we're supposed to know these feet. We don't have enough Oshiruko over here. Please wait, sir. Big Mom wants plenty too. Then get cooking, you idiot. Where is he, sir? Where's my son? He should be making an appearance at the feast. I'll look for him. Mr. Kaido, all 6 of the Tobi Roppo are present. Shall I bring them in? Good idea. Better introduce them to Lilin. Where is she gone? Big Mom is busy changing into her kimono. So we're about to see a fresh looking kimonoed up Big Mom in the next chapter. But officially, Tobi Roppo, man, flying 6, coming up in the leg somewhere.
Yeah, man. I'm mad interested. Like, with Kaido's son, with the identities of these characters now. Yo, this is getting to me now, bro. You know, when I see this panel, I'm like, flag nerds. Now I'm kind of glad that I waited all this time, because now, you know, the chapter comes out this week, so I won't have to wait for a while. But this is actually, like, real deal getting to me. I feel like I should know these feet, dude. If somebody in the comment section could let me know whose feet these belong to, if we do know them, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. I have to tell you, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it, but I feel like Oda would not draw something like this if it wasn't for a reason. But regardless, man, I'm done here. Chapter 977, awesome sauce. It was fantastic from the moment that I saw this draws together again. You know, that's all. That's the panel. Those are the panels that I've been looking forward to for so very long. And the fact that we got them and the way that we got them in this chapter with Luffy just not giving a flying flag or saying, screw the plan, we're going up in there. Like, so ain't no way. He was stopping us. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to stop us? So that was some awesome stuff. The comedy, the character interactions were on point. And now we're going to have a point of, like a talking point, a discussion point. Who is Kaido's son? Have we seen this character before? And then with the Tobi Roppo. I feel like now I'm going to be analyzing feet for the love of all that is flag nerds, thanks to Oda. But I'll see y'all next time, man. Hopefully, sooner this time than last time. Definitely sooner. I'll definitely be here on Sunday. But aside from that, man, upward is an awesome day. Take care. One Piece greatness. We got every round the crew's back together, dog. And we're finally starting to go up in there into Onigashima, which means very, very soon everything's about to pop off. But I feel like now, honestly, let things keep from popping off for a sec. Let next chapter. I want to have more insight into who Kaido's boy could be, and who these characters are in the Tobi Roppo. Because if there truly is, now that specifically all 6 of Tobi Roppo are here, that is telling me that these 6 are going to be matchups for someone here. You know, whether it be some of the Akazaya 9, some of the Straw Hats, some of the captains. I mean, this is setting up to have that type of vibe of like 1v1 type of energy, where it's like a combination of having 1v1 battles with a whole bunch of like a massive war battlefield, kind of like a Kingdom arc. Where in Kingdom you have like all these soldiers, massive amounts going up in like summer, but you have these 1v1 battles that are very, very important happening in the battlefield as well. So I feel like it's gonna have that type of energy going into this arc, from what I can tell, based on the way that they introduced and showed the Tobi Roppo here, indicating that these 6 are here specifically, and they're no joke. You know what I'm saying? So like, whoever's gonna be fighting them is gonna have to showcase their abilities while in battle. So that's gonna be interesting to see how Oda handles all of that. And I can't get rid of this Kaido's son thing out of my head, dude. It's gotta be someone that we've seen before, bro. Like, seriously. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all's thoughts in the comment section down below, man. Everybody's an awesome day. Take care. One Piece greatness, and I'll see y'all next time.